Almost all spiritual practices emphasize on breathing. How can that be helpful to us?
This question which you have asked me has to do with the knowledge of sound, not just breathing. It has to do with sound. The very simplistic breathing techniques are not spiritual. Those techniques are for well being, which people completely misinterpret that they have something to do with spirituality. The very basic breathing techniques which you are aware of are breathing in and breathing out. Breathing out carbon dioxide and breathing in oxygen. Purification of the air which is inside of you. That's all. That's that. That's the end of that. This purification of your body clears your mind because thoughts have a lot to do with air, as we have talked before about it. But that's the end of it. It just gives you some clarity, some rejuvenation, some ease from anxiety. But then you come back to your natural state. Now, by natural state, I do not mean an infant state. By natural state, I mean your current state. So, whatever corruption you have inside of yourself will remain with you. The level of anger will remain with you. The level of hate will remain in you. So on and so forth. It's just cleansing you from the inside, and the energizing which you feel, you're only feeling it because of the heightened level of oxygen in your blood. It has nothing to do with spirituality. So when you're talking about breathing, separate the word breathing from spiritual. Breathing has to do with well-being. Recitations, on the other hand, chanting, for the other hand, mantras, on the other hand, recitations have to do with spirituality. Words have to do with spirituality. The power of the sound has to do with spirituality. They have everything to do with spirituality. Because the secret of the cosmos is sound. It is sound which unlocks everything which is in the cosmos for the one who understands the secret of sound. Hence the concept of the books. Jesus brought a book, Moses brought a book, Abraham brought a book, David brought a book, Muhammad, peace be upon all of them, brought a book. Books are made up of words. Words are made up of sounds. It's a narration. They are apparent, manifest meanings of the words, and then hidden meanings in those words. There are 7 meanings in every sentence, in every sacred book. Every sentence means 7 things, which correspond to 7 dimensions, which correspond to 7 layers of your own being, which corresponds to 7 veils on your own heart. It's all wrapped in layers and layers and layers and layers. It has nothing to do with breathing. It has to do with the sound. Now, how do you make sound? You make sound through your lungs. So, the pauses in the sentences and the length of the sentences and the higher notes in the sentences and the lower notes in the sentences, you are actually creating a sound through the strength of your lungs. Only that's the importance of breathing. That your breath should be strong enough to be able to produce those sounds. The secret of human wisdom and experience is sound, is words. But most importantly, not just words. Words and their true meaning. True meaning. You should truly know what a lie is, how many kinds of lies there are, how many ways you use a word to deceive other people, and how many times you use the word correctly. From the depth of your being, sounds are important for spirituality. All the sounds you make, from the depth of your being, you should be aware of what their meanings are and how you were corrupting the other person's mind through giving them a deceiving word. You could have chosen a different word in that sentence, but you chose a different word in order to just deceive them a millimeter. Just a little bit of misdirection. Now that just little bit of misdirection for a saint is evil. He acted like the devil. Just like in the original story, the devil deceived Eve through sound, through words. He misguided her intentionally. That's the devil. Now look at humanity today. Where do you see a man? And where do you see the devil? The devil is everywhere. Everywhere. Misdirecting everyone which you know. Maybe 99.99999% of the people. You see them all the time misdirecting other human beings. That's exactly what devil did to bring about the downfall of Adam and Eve. How did he do that? He did that with sound. He did not do it with breathing. And how did Adam repent? He did not repent through breathing. He repented through sounds. He used words to seek forgiveness. Jesus taught people through sound. He left them a book. Moses taught people through sound. He left them a book. All prophets left sounds for mankind, not breathing techniques. Now, breathing is a part of practice because obviously you're going to use your lungs to produce those sounds. So understand this very clearly, that if you're talking about spirituality, then talk about sounds. And if you're talking about well-being, then talk about breathing.